Hey you guys, it's me Kiana coming at you today. Um, I was just looking on the internet. Actually not just the internet, YouTube specifically. Um, and I came across Tiny and T.I.'s video. Okay, it's not that they're doing a video, it's people doing a video on them. Okay. They was on Ricky Smiley's show. This was probably about sometime in January. And they were talking about that they found pictures of Tiny, um, how can I put it? Uh, Giving T.I. a low high five. Now, I'm going to clean this up as much as possible. Um, I'm going to remain a lady, but I'm still grown, so I can talk about sometimes, little things that's a little risky. So, to me, I don't know what it is. First of all, this is my opinion. You all can have your opinion. That's all good and that's all fine and dandy. But as for me, this is my opinion. Okay? I don't know why, for one. To me, she just seems tacky. For me. Okay? Women like her, my mother and my grandmother used to call them tackheads. And I know y'all done heard y'all mothers use that term, and y'all probably use it too. But they tackheads to me. Okay? Yes, you're supposed to, be with your man, please your man, and everything like that. But there is a time and a place for everything. Um, a lady does not have to do certain things or put out there all the time certain things. Um, for one, I've seen, because I've always had a lot of male friends, men talk about women like that. Yeah, they like it. Oh yeah, baby, I like when you talk like that and all that kind of stuff. But when it boils down to you, wifey material does not. They don't consider that wifey material, and that's the truth. You may say, okay, well, maybe I don't want to be wifey material. Okay, well maybe you want to be used the rest of your life. Okay, that's your decision. But I'm telling you, men really don't value women like that. They really don't, because they consider them just like a cat, the dog has a play toy. Men have play toys too, and those women are the play toys. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Okay, yeah, we as women can talk sometimes amongst each other and stuff, but when you get into a point where you're putting it out there for everybody, including men, to see, and they start actually equating that with you, then that's where it becomes a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because we can talk, like I could say something vulgar right now, but because it's not a pattern for me, a man or people in general won't equate that vulgarness with me. That's when you're crossing the line, and that's when it's a problem. Okay? That's when you start driving in the tackhead lane. Okay? Because we all grown. We all talk sometimes about certain things, whatever. That's natural. You know what I'm saying? It's natural at times. Some of us are more vulgar than others. That's them. That's their, that's how they express themselves. But I'm just saying that, yeah, it may not bother you, and it may not bother the person. But if you want to, don't get mad when they start viewing you or equating you with being just that, or they start making you be only that. You understand me? That starts to become part of who you are only. That's when it's a problem. Um, then she gets on the radio show and was like, yeah, I did it. Like, I mean, she is basically the epitome of how you can still have money but still have no class. And this is only my opinion. I don't know a lot about her, but when I view her and when I see her, um, she just seems like a tackhead to me. And it just burns me up when I see people like that, because people automatically assume, especially teens like my daughter, would see her and see her success and all of that, and they would start to look at that as the ideal, or they would start to look at that as an example of excellence, or an example of a woman, or an example of a mother, or a wife now, finally, after all these years of laying up with them. Um, and the problem with that is they don't, because they have children's minds or teenage minds, they don't see all the avenues. They don't see all of the things that she is. They only see the success, and they sum her up as only that. However, when they come across the things that she does that's negative, as a mother, as a wife, and as a woman and a lady, they automatically assume that that's okay. And that's why I think we have, not the only reason, but this is one of the reasons why we have women out here that don't know how to be ladies, because it's a difference. Okay? Because we have women that have summed themselves up and didn't even know that they did that, have summed themselves up to only being a sexual object, or being vulgar, or overtly vulgar, and being a tackhead. Then their children, naturally, because the woman is like that, she's not going to teach her child necessarily not to be like that, because she's in the mode of she don't think anything's wrong with it. So if she doesn't think anything wrong with it, naturally she's not going to teach her daughter not to do that. I mean, if she doesn't think that she's doing something wrong, right? So then the daughter grows up, and now we have another generation of tackheads. So, yeah, that's all I had to say. It just trips me out. I was using her as an example, and like I said, I don't know a whole bunch about her, and I'm not even getting into her educational level. I'm just saying that it's a shame that nowadays women, we accept it, first of all, that it's okay for our cousin or our sister or our friend to be like that, because we see it so often that it's like, we like, oh well let her go here and do her. That's how I'll say it. You do you. Yeah, but you know what, if you're close to me, if doing you makes you look like a tackhead, yeah, I need to pull you to the side and tell you, you need to, remain a lady. Because at the end of the day, the real truth, our kids view this stuff that we do. Okay? And don't get it twisted, even on YouTube. Don't get it twisted, because I done caught Nene watching some of my stuff when I done walked in the room, and she just watching some of my videos, not because she being nosy, just because she likes to see, how I did my makeup that day when she was in school or something like that. And we have to keep that in mind if we have children that's over a certain age, especially female children. They are watching everything we do. Whether we think they're watching or whether we don't know that they're watching, they are watching it. And if mommy does it, whatever mommy do is a prime example of what they're going to do. Because usually they see it as, if mommy did it, it's okay. Because they automatically assume that we're so big in their eyes that it's very little that we can do wrong in their eyes and their vision. So if we're doing something, they automatically assume, especially when they are at a younger age, they automatically assume that what we're doing is the right and proper thing. So in saying that, obviously if they're thinking that way and then they catch us doing something, they automatically assume and then grow up to think that that was proper. That was the proper way to handle it, or that was the proper way to carry yourself as a lady or as a woman. And I'm not saying we all have to be dainty and super meek and mild, but I do believe that even for male children, male children grow up and actually have a standard of what they believe a good woman is, good mother, good wife, all of that, from their mom. Okay? Whether they want to go against that because they saw that she was doing some things wrong, or whether they want to use that as a path or model for them to get a wife, it's they actually look as well. Okay? Example, Pootie always be watching me do my makeup. More than likely, Pootie is going to like women that are maybe that's just not plain Janish. Maybe they like to keep their hair done or something like that. More than likely, okay, because that's what he's mainly seen, and that's just one example. So not just with female children, male children as well. They are watching us. So my goal is to make sure that because they are watching me, and because I make that a priority in my life, I'm not so selfish to think that, you know, when you have a baby, Kiana is gone. Okay? Kiana is now a mother and a wife. Okay? So to have myself, my own identity just being me, that's gone. I chose to do that when I chose to have children. Okay? So to be a good mom and to be a good wife, I make sure that I'm mindful. Now, in doing that, it does become easy to you because it's repetition. You're making sure, you're being mindful, and eventually you're so mindful of it, it becomes a part of you anyway. So even if you don't initially like to do these things or making sure that you're mindful of these things, it'll come. I told many of my viewers, no, I was a professional cursor. I mean, professional with the award and everything. I was a professional cursor. Okay? And you don't see me curse that often. Now, don't get it twisted. I will. Okay. Yeah, I will. Don't get it twisted. I will slip and stuff. But I'm mindful of it. Very much so. And then it becomes natural. Almost as so now if I curse, people look at me like I'm doing something crazy or out of character, because it is exactly that. Now out of character. So this is just my opinion. So we all want to avoid the tackhead lane. So I'm pretty sure I'll get a lot of comments on this. So I welcome them. But keep in mind, we all have our own opinion of what a good woman is, a good wife, a good mother. What a woman is exactly, the meaning of it, or part of the meaning, or characteristics of thereof, and also what a lady is. So we can talk about this. It's an open forum. I would love to see your comments and what you think about this. So I'll be doing several videos prior today. I want to try to make some crab cakes today, Maryland style, because I know a lot of people, you know I'm from B-more. And a lot of y'all don't know how to get down with the crab cakes for real. But I want to show you guys. I did buy it on one of my stockpiling videos. So I've saved it, and I've saved it for such a time as this. I also want to fry some fish. And then when I fry fish, I get it all. I know how to make it where it's all puffy, like the Long John Silvers and stuff, where their fish is puffy. And when you come home and fry fish, some people, their fish is not puffy. It just winds up being just a flat piece of fish. Well, I know how to make it puffy and everything like that. So I'll show you the batter and how to do all that. Maybe make some hush puppies and some fried potatoes. How that sound to y'all? I don't know. But we will be getting that done this week. So love you all. Open forum for conversation. I welcome it with open arms. Be blessed.